Okay, guys, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Let's talk about these Golden Globes, shall we? Child, the damn show was, the show itself was boring. The red carpet was boring and very uneventful. I was really shocked, because I was really all hyped up, ready to see some fashions, you know what I mean? It's gown season, baby. It's award season. Come on with the gowns. I'm like, come on, girls, turn it out. It was really uneventful. It really was. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the fashions, or lack thereof, and then we're going to finish up with the fuckery that actually took place following the fashions, okay? So, literally, First thing, you know what? This is fuckery and fashion at its finest. Kevin Hart showed up. He looked really, really cute. Y'all know I love Kevin Hart. He had this black tux, and it was piped in white, okay? Real nice. His lady, she had this beautiful white gown, and it literally fit her like a swimsuit, okay? Fitting everywhere. You could not read it. The back was completely gone. Décolleté in the front. Just enough titty out. Fabulous. Now, I don't know if it was a nervous condition or if Kevin's just a little nasty man, honey. But Kevin, for the whole interview with Ryan Seacrest, was rubbing her ass. It was so damn distracting. Like, I sat and watched him. I'm like, Kevin, are you serious? I mean, he just was rubbing, literally rubbing her ass the whole time. It was just distracting and just, I didn't get it. Anyway, fuckery, like I said. Moving on. Adam Levine. Adam Levine is a good-looking man. I didn't get what this look was. It was just boring. Absolutely boring. He was so not himself. His hair wasn't spiked. He didn't have any products. He just looked like a little boy playing dress-up. I absolutely hated it. I hated it. Next, I saw John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, which, I love them. They're like one of my favorite couples. And they just looked dated. They look very aged. Chrissy had, I think it was pink. I think it was like a pale pink dress, and it was beaded, and it just looked like a tablecloth. It was very boring. The lines on it was very boring. It literally was doing nothing. She wasn't doing anything for it. It wasn't doing anything for her. And they literally looked like they could have went somewhere and ordered pizza and just been, it was just boring. I didn't care for that. Now, they are usually really my favorite couple. I love seeing them together. I think they complete each other. But they were completely boring, okay? That's that. J-Lo. J-Lo never disappoints. Never. Drama. Mama served drama. She gave you a nude. Her hair was giving you very 60s Barbarella throwback. Fabulous. The dress itself gave décolleté at its finest, and a really high center slit up front, and the sleeves fell into a long silk chiffon cape. It was very dramatic. I would hate to see her try to sit down, but it was very dramatic, and she was actually with the co-star for this new movie, Boy Next Door, and he's gorgeous. So good arm candy, good dress, good job, good J-Lo. Okay, she made the statement that she actually had this dress for the AMAs and decided that she would hold on to it for the Golden Globes. And that was really a good choice. But J-Lo, the red carpet is what baby girl does. That's what she does. Keira Knightley was the next one I say, baby, is Chanel. And it had butterflies and feathers, and the fit was bad, and it was just blousy, and it was just the worst. She was literally, for me, the worst dressed. It was worst dress. Absolute, hands down. It was bad. It was really bad. I just didn't care for it. Then it was three-dimensional, which was bad up close. No, thank you. Next, I saw Claire Danes. She had to be second place for the worst dress. It was ugly. It had feathers. It was, again, it had a sheer inset and it had a loose, blousy fit. Yuck. It was just, I said, what is this? I mean, they were like bad versions of dresses from the 20s. I just didn't care for it. It was really horrible. Ooh, horrible. And then that one with Keira Knightley, ugly. It looked like it had a napkin around the neck. Child, both of them dresses was just horrible. But I'm going to go on and give the worst to Kira. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And I think I gave her the worst over top of Claire Danes because Claire Danes was a dark color and Keira Knightley's was, it was like a whitish color. So it just stood out and was ugly. Next we actually have Channing Tatum. You know, he's gorgeous. And his wife, so cute. He had a black tux. He was done. He was totally done. He looked perfect. The wife had a yellow gown, which was a throwback, very 70s. Very, very loose lines and really, really cute with a lot of train, a lot of drama. And it was so cute because he carried her train the whole way, you know, through the carpet and everything. He carried her train. So, you know, I was like, oh, no, that's just cute. They're cute. Another real cute couple is Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. And she's so silly, but they're a lovely couple. They really are. She had like a nudish dress. It was kind of like a throwback kind of thing. And it was very plain and it was very her. She looked good. They really did. They're a cute couple. I really like them too. But speaking of fabulous couples, baby, George Clooney and Amal blew up the red carpet. They look regal. You know, George is cool. George just does George. But Amal had on a black gown that was very, very pretty, very classic. And she literally blew it up with a white glove, baby. It was, yeah. She was definitely in my running for the best dress. I loved it. The shoulder sash and the train. It was flawless. She looked so good. She really did. She looked like a living sketch from the 60s. It was really, really, I dug it. I dug it. The white gloves and all. I think she did that. Kay Hudson, always done. Kay Hudson dress was a perfect fit. It was white. Versace, we know the look. That's the only reason why I didn't give Kay Hudson best dresses because we've seen it before. You know, it's the insets, the sheer insets with the rhinestone bars, white, very fitted all the way down with the train and the mermaidish bottom. We've seen it before, but hell, she did the hell out of it. Okay, so you can't read it, but that's why I didn't give it best dress because again, we've seen it over and over and over again. Emma Stone, I seen her next and she just looked horrible. She had on a jumpsuit. Now I thought that was a nice risk. It was a beaded strapless top. Had a big dumbass bow in the back. See, quit. Stop. We're too old for bows like that. Big dumbass bow in the back. And it was a fitted pant. Now, I'm going to tell you, if she had pulled this same look with a wide chiffon leg, it would have worked. It would have actually worked without that dumbass bow. You know, it would have worked. It would have been just elegant enough to have pulled that off with pants. It would have worked. But she looked absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jennifer Aniston, she didn't look bad, but she didn't look good. It was just a plain old black Yves Saint Laurent gown. And it had sequins at the top and it was just fabric at the bottom. But it just looked like she was on her way to dinner. So, just, you know, blah. Lupita Nyong'o, her dress looked like a piece of art to me. It was a lilac strapless gown. It had flower petals, the whole top. The whole bodice was flower petals. And then she based the bottom was all chiffon layering. And it looked... it was a floral print chiffon, but it literally looked like it was airbrush. It was so pretty. I really liked it. I did. I cared for it. And she had a full afro. And she looked good. You know, her skin is beautiful. And the lilac color looked really good up against her skin. It was really good. Kerry Washington was next. You all know I love Kerry Washington because you all know that Olivia Pope is my girl. Okay, but Kerry Washington, all I had to say was, seriously? Seriously? You looked at that bullshit and said, yes, I'm putting this on. It was some sherbet color with some midnight blue shit. The fabric was just as stiff in a simulated quilting, and it was all metal. It was absolutely horrible. The shoes were horrible. The dress was horrible. Her hair was horrible. Honey, she needed to give herself a call on her cell phone and get it fixed, baby, because it was horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. That was, it was awful. Juliana Rancic, Too skinny, mama. She's too skinny. Too skinny. This white dress, and then you're so thin, and it's so tight, and it's so fit. It had a bad fit in the bodice. So I caught her doing this a couple times, which is disgusting. You know, I can't stand that. And she was giving me bad tuck. I was like so mad because she's so thin and the dress was so fitted that it was giving her a serious camel knuckle. So I said, wow, that's awful. I mean, it was so distracting. And I'm looking at you working the red carpet and literally so distracted by your fat coochie. Like literally, I don't know if she, you know, maybe she went and had a Brazilian and it swelled her or something. It was, child, that fat coochie was on my nerves. It really, really was. I said, girl, is this, I kept looking at her and I'm going to say, girl, come on now, honey. You know, there's no room in that. If you in drag, girl, you got to tuck better than that, honey, Miss Julia. But she's just so thin. It was just too tight. It just wasn't a good look. Matthew McConaughey and his wife Camilla, they looked really good. They really did. She had another dress that was similar to Channing Tatum's wife, but hers was more of a straight version. It was actually better. It was really nice on her, and it was piped in black down the back, and he had a black tux with a white, you know, white accents. It was really, really nice. Really nice. Her dress was white, and it had the piping in black. They looked really good. Her hair was very interesting. I thought it was really, really cute. So I really liked them, too. They're a good-looking couple, too. But my best dress, by far, and she was in Versace as well. It was a red straight gown with peekaboo sides and, you know, sheer insets. And it had one sheer sleeve. And yeah, we've seen it before, but it was Miss Jane Fonda. Miss Jane Fonda, I believe, is 70 years old. And that's why I gave her my best dress. Because any 70-year-old that has it that far pulled together, Miss Jane, please quit your playing. She came up in there, baby, and she gave them what the fuck they was looking for. You hear me? So for this year, my best dress goes to Jane Fonda in red, baby. I thought she looked fabulous. Everything, the dress, the hair, the makeup. She was thoroughly together. Thoroughly together. I loved it. And now on to, well, let's just say this. Tomorrow at 9 p.m., on E is going to be the first time that Fashion Police comes back since our passing of our beloved Joan. And Kathy Griffin is sitting in the spot. So I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. But I did miss Joan. You know, I'm already missing her already. I miss her already. But I have faith in them that they're going to do really, really well. Okay, so on to the fuckery that actually went on during the show. Jesus Christ. On the red carpet, catch this one. The NBC host, Natalie Morales, this fool that made a mistake and called Viola Davis Shonda on the red carpet. Really, bitch? Really? We really don't all look alike, child. Fuckery. Get out of here. I mean, come on. This is too important of an event to be making that kind of mistake. Our ass don't need to be back next year. Child, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler literally killed on their opening. You know, that's after their opening. That's the show just got boring after that. But on their opening, they killed. They really did. Their monologue was flawless. It was fabulous. It really, really was. It was really funny. You know, I really enjoyed it. Child, they broke out and where it got a little tight, baby, they made jokes about Bill Cosby and the whole little Bill Cosby situation. Now, the first joke I didn't have a problem with. I thought it was really, really funny. They were talking about Into the Woods, the movie Into the Woods, about all of the fairy tale characters. Baby, they set it up and they gave, honey, Cinderella in the movie Into the Woods, Cinderella runs from her prince. Rapunzel gets thrown out of a tower for her prince. And baby, Sleeping Beauty just thought she was going to get coffee with Bill Cosby. Child, I fell out. And maybe I shouldn't have laughed, whatever. Maybe it was in bad taste. I don't give a shit. It was funny. That made me laugh. But then, baby, they kept on going at it. They started imitating his voice and talking about putting pills in the pudding and this, that, thing. I said, see, now y'all don't went too far. Y'all went too far. You know, because, you know, the shock value was good on the first joke and it was cool. They could have just left it at that. But when they went back into it, they just started to get a little distasteful, you know, because you're going into the actual facts of what happened. And they literally, they wouldn't put the camera on not a black ass, okay? They did not put the camera on Oprah. None of the black stars, they didn't put the camera on nobody black. I said, come on, y'all. Why are we playing the color game? Like, that's so petty. It was what it was. They did their job. I don't have a problem with them. It did get distasteful, but again, aren't comedians distasteful? The more distasteful, the more popular they get. You have to be willing to go there. You know what I mean? It's a gamble. They take a constant gamble. Take the gamble. Go there. Do the shit. If I was a comedian, I would have did it. Because, you know, I'll say anything because I don't give a shit. But I enjoyed them. Anyway, I enjoyed them. Whatever. Yes, the last jokes were distasteful, but the Into the Woods shit was funny as hell. Okay, moving on. The last piece of fuckery. Something actually happened there at the awards with the heat. The heat was up real high, so halfway through the program, you start seeing people, honey, they're sweating and their hair's falling and makeup was running. It was terrible. Something happened in the building with the heat. And actually, the paramedics had to be called. A couple people actually passed out. Fuckery, boring ass show, and some fucking heat and shit's going on. A mess for the year 2015. But anyway, that's basically it, guys. You can thumbs up or thumbs down the video. You guys know how that works. All right, until next year. Hopefully they'll fix those few little faux pas they had. But yeah, they had a little bit of bad fashion and a lot of fuckery at the Golden Globes for 2015. All right, guys. Later. Bye-bye.